Kickbox.
Yo. Hey.
Do you guys want to start by saying your names and positions?
Yeah, I am Trevor, I am the singer.
I'm Alex and I am the bassist.
And then who are we missing?
We were missing James, who is on guitar. He's also a singer, backup vocals. And then we also have Tristan, who's the lead guitarist. And then Joey, who's a drummer.
Alright, you guys are a fairly new band still, this being like the first year. What is your biggest challenge been so far?
Well, I was in a previous band that was a pop band, so kind of being taken seriously at this point. I've always liked this music, but I was kind of in a different band, and making the transition with the fans over to this new style of music, losing some fans, and then yeah, just overall making people like the music again, and getting a different style of fans.
How did you guys all meet?
Kind of crazy. I knew James from Failure Meets Fame, and he knew me from The Resolution, both pop bands. We started talking because he knew me, and his band was breaking up, and I was like, okay, well, I know I'm doing my own thing right now. At that time, it was a solo project, and I was like, but I'm looking for a guitarist. You know, what's up? And then I found out he was straight edge. I was straight edge. I was like, dude, you're in, man. That's it. You know, like, you know, you're a good singer and you're a good guitarist. You're in, and he wanted to kind of help us out, and that's where he. And then I met this dude. He was at my friend Zoe's house. He plays for at a party, and he plays for not drinking.
Not drinking.
But yeah, like he's yeah, but we met at Zoe's, and he's in Kupchak, and I played a couple shows with them, and they helped me out before, and they've helped me out before, and they're good friends of ours. So he decided to help me out on bass guitar, and then he had friends. He's friends with Joey, and then Tristan is friends with James. So everyone kind of like emailed each other. We had the music, we had this kind of foundation with the music, and then everyone was like, I like it. Let's go on tour. Yeah, let's do it. So that's where we're at right now.
Nice. And then seeing as it is January and you were in a band called The Resolution, obviously I have to ask, do you guys have any New Year's resolutions?
No. Well, not really. I think we're just trying to move on. My resolution is to get better. I said this publicly, but to get better as a musician and take the next step, obviously, taking my music seriously and record more and release more material for everyone to enjoy or just critique or do whatever they want with it. That's yours.
I really don't have a resolution, but I do have goals for this year. Definitely the goal is just to make as much music as I can, no matter like what band I'm in or like what I'm doing on the side, whatever it is, and just keep going on from that. Hopefully we can come out with like a good solid 2 EPs a band. That'd be sick. It'd be sick.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of the goal.
Yeah.
Nice. Were there any other names that were thought of besides Kickbox?
Kickball.
Yeah, Kickball was actually the first one, but there's too many bands like it. It was my childhood kind of favorite sport. I was really good at kickball when I was a kid, and it kind of reminded me of like the better times. And it's just like my favorite sport, and I wanted a sporty name, so that was the first one that I came up with, and then it was taken. So Kickbox was like the next step, and it's kind of more aggressive, so it fit a little better. But yeah, there was definitely other names in consideration. Some like deeper names, but I wanted one that was kind of fun.
Alright. This next one's kind of an odd question, but anyone who's ever seen any of my interviews knows what it is. If two of you guys in the band had to get married to each other, who would it be?
I think, to be honest, it'd be us two.
Really?
Yeah, because we're just so.
Oh, we are like
We're so similar, like on our thoughts and everything.
We fight a lot.
Yeah, we do fight a lot, so we're kind of already there.
We have great mechanisms. Yeah, I think it'd be no offense, but me and James.
I don't know, man.
You would force me into a relationship. You would stop me because. No, I
wouldn't have to stop you.
Or no, maybe, dude, me and Joey though. I feel like he'd be such a sweet stay-at-home wife. He'd be really nice. Like, you know, he's such a cute dude.
So no matter what, it'd be you and someone.
It'd be me and anyone. Apparently everyone's gonna marry me.
Yeah.
Sister wives type situation.
Yeah.
If you were to have a Freaky Friday moment where you switched bodies with anyone else on this tour, who would you prefer it be?
Brian, because he's a skyscraper. He's really, really tall. And I would love to see what the air is like up there.
Oh, wow, that's a really hard question. Give me a moment. Honestly, just for the experience itself, I think I'd pick Shaquille O'Neal.
Just he on a tour?
No, I can't think of anyone I want to be on this tour.
Just okay. Shaquille O'Neal. He's actually backstage right now. He's our tour manager. Shaquille. Shout out Shaq. We got that kind of money.
Yeah, man.
Alright. What are the best and worst parts of touring? I mean, besides touring with Shaquille O'Neal, apparently.
Yeah.
We have had no sleep
At all.
which is really punk rock, but it's also very like depressing at the same time. I think everyone's kind of, when we don't have any sleep, everyone's emotionally drained. But the best part is obviously just being on tour. I mean, being on the road, being with your, a bunch of guy friends who really care about each other. Like, we're not that band who's just like, they're a party or whatever. We genuinely care about our friendships, and we all talk to each other when we're down. It's a more like real band, I think, than a lot of other stuff. What do you think?
No, I think one thing I do absolutely hate is the driving from one place to another place. I mean, I know that, I understand that, like, that's a part tour, but like sometimes it just drags. Like,
we keep it pretty. We talk a lot.
Yeah, no, it's entertaining what we do in the van, but it's so driving itself is tedious.
The reason we are awake all night is because we talk all night, which is
we can't stop talking.
So like we'll get done at a show or like arrive at our place at like 2 a.m. and then we'll talk till 5 a.m. and we're like, shit.
We gotta be up in like
this,
hour.
right? It's like we should have slept.
Yeah. Alright. So you guys have obviously been to a lot of different venues. If you were to, what would you consider like an ideal part of a venue if you were to design your own?
An ideal part of a venue? Personally, one of my like best hobbies is cooking. I love cooking. So if a place has a bomb ass kitchen with sick stuff on the venue, that thing is gonna skyrocket as a venue.
That's
like Reggie's has some good burgers. Yeah.
I've been on tour and I go to before the Resolution obviously we went to Beachland Ballroom, which has vegan food, and I am that vegan dude. And I would love to see more places do that because touring bands don't really have that option. We have to go kind of look and drive all really far away to kind of find those options.
Yeah.
So it'd be really cool. I mean, that'd be a favorite part of my band if I was designing something. And a lot of bands are like that. So.
Makes sense. So next,
Oh no.
I promise it's not that bad. This is just what I call the cliche hand. So I try not to ask too many cliche questions, but you each get to draw one cliche question.
Oh, okay, cool.
Only one.
You got 6. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
It just folded weird.
Oh wait.
Okay. I guess you can go first.
Okay, who or what is your biggest music influence? It changes. I don't try to stay in the past. I do listen to a lot of different type of music. I listen to rap, rock. We listen to ska, punk, pop. Not too much pop anymore, but just.
I listen to K-Bird.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big pop fan anymore, but just any kind of alternative music, hardcore right now is a big influence on me. Obviously, we started around Knuckle Puck, which is a newer band, and we just kind of found their sound really cool. Shout out those guys, and just a lot of Seaway is really cool too, and like a bunch of those bands that were on tour together, which is really awesome. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I have a biggest one. Probably Third Eye Blind is how. I think that's the biggest influence I do have because they're classic for me. Every time I tune into them, I feel myself feeling emotion, like a different emotion, whether it be happiness, sadness, pretty much anything with just a full band. Yeah. And not not too many like bells and whistles. That's my favorite kind of bands.
To answer that question, the biggest guys on influence is definitely like 4 Year Strong, and like everything they do, and where they came from, and everything was just like one big thing. They've been working so hard, and it really inspired me to just keep going because those guys are like almost like in their like mid-30s now, and they're still rocking out. They're still producing albums, and I want to hit the age where I'm like 40 years old and I'm like still playing with like 25-year-old kids and just be like, yeah, I remember that was my time. Just still be like playing breakdowns or something. That'd be my thing.
They do keep it real, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I had a question. I thought we did me first.
What's a long one?
Oh, if you could collab with anyone from the past or present, who would you want to do so with? Very good question.
Say the Beatles. Just kidding.
If I could, well, okay. So there's a lot of people I want to collab with. This guy being one of them. I would really want to collab with him before I joined this band. But no. 4 Year Strong again. I would love to like have them like put some input in any music that I write. That'd be lovely. But one guy that does come up in my head is Sam actually, which you're recording with soon. And you know, he's done a lot of like, you know, big name pop punk bands. And you know, I've always heard his name. I was like, dude, one day I'm recording with this guy. One day, you know, even if he breaks my heart or something like that. I think that would be really cool.
Definitely. I can't think of anything better, but like kind of like the dudes from the Sex Pistols, they were so fucking badass, man.
Dude, yeah.
And you know, I'm you know, nowhere near as cool as they are, but they were just kind of embody what punk was to me, and that spirit. But it'd be really cool to like see them rip me apart, and like totally crap over everything I like.
Dude,
but,
it's too poppy.
Yeah, it's like more. Yeah, it's so raw. And like, you know, I'm always trying to push myself that way. But yeah, that's the past when I think of it real quick.
Alright.
Okay, keep. I didn't fold it nice.
I folded it. That's cool.
Alright, what is your favorite song to perform?
I have to think. I have two.
Yeah, I have
five.
Yeah, honestly, it's our set. Like, I love.
No, there's different moments for each song. But I definitely think there's one where it's like.
I don't know, man. It's between. Honestly. Ooh, sorry.
That's fine.
It's all good.
Get out here.
Yeah, no, it's definitely between 3 songs. It's between Misfortune, Sidelines, and Calcium. Misfortune, Calcium, easily because of the energy it brings, and I see some people are able to throw down to it. It has such potential to just be a banger. And
we're waiting for like the fans to just get it, you know.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah.
But Sidelines, I love it so much because it just it like breaks all the instruments apart, and they all play separate little things, and somehow still like sound together. And I think it's really cool that it does that.
My favorite is Cure, just because vocally I get to do a lot more than I normally do. All the other ones are pretty high in the range. I get to go all over the place, from soft, really soft, to kind of screaming loud. And it gets me pretty emotional to be able to do that. And just, hopefully you can see the emotion live, but yeah, it's definitely the one. And then that and Calcium, probably second best.
Yeah, he gets really emotional on stage. We were playing in Minnesota. And he was like gonna drink some water.
Oh, this was for Calcium,
yeah. For Calcium at the end. And what happened was like he squeezed the bottle too hard and water flew up everywhere. And you know, it soaked me. I was like, whoa, what is happening?
And then after that, I had to go with it.
Yeah, after that he had to go with it. So, you know, he was singing, he was like throwing water all over the place. I was like, dude, what are you doing?
And then all these girls were like, what? I don't want water on me. What kind of show is this? And I'm like, oh, it's a punk rock show? Oh,
yeah.
Alright. What's one of your most embarrassing moments?
The most embarrassing thing that has happened to me, I remember I was like 10, so I guess there's an excuse, whatever. I was 10 and I went to this fancy restaurant, like 5-star restaurant with my parents and my cousin. And, you know, we had to dress up for it, so, you know, I didn't really have any dress pants at the time, so, you know, I had to, like, wear these, like, oversized dress pants. I'm, like, walking around looking like a tool. And, like, yeah, so we're at the restaurant, and I forgot to bring my belt. And so, like, I'm getting up, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna use the bathroom, like, quick, you know, and I'm, like, walking, and my pants just drop in front of, like, 50 people. And I'm just like, it's like, you know, most people would, like, go down really quickly and pick them up. I literally stood there and, like, wondered what just happened. I was like, oh. So, yeah, I think that was the most embarrassing.
What about you, James?
Well,
your jokes?
Usually most of my jokes. Well, I was
Every joke, man.
I was at a school. My name is James. I play guitar, by the way. I kind of just joined. We were doing some stuff at the venue. Unfortunately, I missed it for most of it. I don't know. I was at a school kind of orientation deal. It was in a cafeteria, and it didn't happen to me, but it was embarrassing for me. There were all these like metal chairs all lined up in rows. And my parents were with, I was in maybe 4th grade, and pretty much my dad farts really, really loud. It just echoes across the entire cafeteria. Everyone looks at us, and then I'm just like so embarrassed. I'm like trying to pretend like it wasn't us, and my dad looks and goes, "What? It was just a fart," and then it was really fucking embarrassing. It wasn't that funny.
I have a better one, and we can cut mine out or whatever. But like, yeah, like. Anyway, basically, I had like these lobster hands on at Zoe's house, and I was walking around.
Shout out to Zoe.
Yeah. Shout out to Zoe. And then so I had these lobster hands on. I was walking around, and I was in a turtleneck too for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I had like chains and a turtleneck. It was really weird. And there's a picture online of me like with like just kind of walking by like Bigfoot like this with lobster hands and a turtleneck, and it's just I didn't like it.
Dude, can we make that an NCP cover?
That's what he wore the entire 12th grade.
Posters.
Yeah.
What is one thing you want fans to remember about the show?
Hopefully they remember the energy, kind of the emotions that they went through.
Yeah.
Kind of able to remember like that, you know, just there's a lot of emotions that go into music, and that if they can sit there and hear a band maybe they stumbled upon or they don't know, that they get really kind of like they feel what we're feeling, that'd be great.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's definitely the energy. Like, I want every fan to come out from this, like, for every show and just be like, wow, that band just had energy. Everyone was moving. Everyone was, like, doing something at that point. And I want them to remember that.
I think we want the experience to be really good. You know, whether they jump or they move or they...
We want people going home knowing that was a kickbox show.
Yeah, exactly.
That was what we're about, yeah.
It's kind of like a unique experience.
Yeah, exactly. Like they felt emotion. They felt like they could move around. They felt like they could do whatever they wanted to in that moment, and then they felt the emotion that we did.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you have any last words you want to say?
Thanks for checking us out. Our EP is free on Bandcamp, and we have a new EP coming out
soon.
Very soon, yeah.
Alright. As always, I'll put the band's links in the description. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and share if you liked it. And bye.
See ya.